I got here to Milwaukee when I was 15. It was a winter storm outside, and I come from an island that is really hot every day, so it was a shock to me, first of all. I started in my sophomore year at high school. No English. It was hard. Took a lot of ESL classes, a lot of extracurriculum classes to be able to learn a little bit of English. The person that was showing me around the college, she told me, how about welding? I like working with tools. I like working with my hands. I didn't mind getting dirty. I said, let's look at it. And she showed me the shop and showed me a little bit about welding, and I say, sign me up. For me, it was very hard. I was going home, actually, getting my homeworks, translating them into Spanish, answer my homework, and translating it back to English to be able to turn it into an instructor. 1 year diploma took me really far. I went from a $15, $16 an hour job to, like, in my 20s. I think it was my first welding job was like $21 an hour. I graduated college in 2008. I had a job 2 weeks before I graduated. My graduation was on a Saturday, and on Monday I started working. I started the bilingual program because of my own struggles with my language barrier. I usually teach my classes Spanish and English back and forth so they can have that support that I didn't have. I always tell my students, if I teach you this class in Spanish completely and you go out there, you're not going to be successful. You live in a place where English is the primary language. So when you go to get a job, your boss is going to ask you to do certain things, and they're going to ask you to do in English. It is challenging, but it's good for them, and they enjoy it. I see myself in my students every day. Because I see myself in them, I understand where they're at and how hard it is to don't know a language and to be able to have somebody that can help you. It helps the community, and that's what I want. It helps my community to get better jobs, better understand the language better. I see and still keep in touch with some of my students, and actually changed their whole life. And that's what actually keeps me going, to see my students' success, to see their story. I have a lot of my students that actually went from a kitchen job, making, minimum wage, to now making in their $20 an hour, being a welder, and buying their first home, buying their first truck. That's what actually motivates me to do this program, to keep going. We just finished the first semester right now. I had I think 2 of my students that actually got a welding job already. So with only 8 weeks of class, we spent 160 hours welding. They're already welding out there. The job market is it's crazy now. It's screaming for welders. For each welder that graduates from MATC, it's probably 10, 15 jobs that can be waiting for you. If you like working with tools, like working with your hand, this is a career for you.